That too.
We could have recorded that, but then...
Oh, well. Now it's too late.
No, I mean, we would have had to cut that out anyway. It's too shameful.
Well, it is shameful. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work here.
What makes it different now, then? Oh.
It plays automatically. It kept starting, and I was like, stop.
You know you can change that in your settings. Like the autoplay. It's like a thing.
I mean, normally DVDs and Blu-rays go to menus sometimes, but it depends on the company, I think.
Yeah, or how they...
Look at that, girl. It's just right up in there.
Oh, my. Columbia Pictures.
Look at the grain from not being restored into high definition.
It wasn't? It wasn't at all?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, unless maybe it was and it was only put on
like
channels or something.
Like maybe Columbia put The Mirror Has Two Faces on, what was it, HD DVD? The one that didn't succeed.
Oh!
The one that
would
Xbox
make me so
backed.
angry.
And then they were like, never mind.
By the way, this is One Foot on the Ground.
Yeah, and this is Johnny.
And this is Ashley.
And we're watching
The Mirror Has Two Faces.
1996.
Starring Barbra Streisand.
And Jeff Bridges.
Yes, he's in there too. So is Lauren Bacall. It's very exciting.
Ooh, and what's his name from Just Shoot Me?
Just Shoot
Jack Gallo.
Jack Gallo.
His name is George Segal? Segal.
Oh, George Segal. Yeah. It also has, God, everybody's in this fucking movie. There's a lot of people in this movie.
Who's the other person? Is it Pierce Brosnan?
Well, Pierce Brosnan. It was one of the ones I was thinking of. The
Mimi
sister,
Rogers?
Mimi Rogers. That's a sister, right?
Yes.
Now, she, it's weird because I know her name. Look at I love those chalkboards.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Like the
everything's just
chalkboards?
fantastic right off the bat. I'm going to gush about this movie, the whole fucking movie.
I prepared myself.
Because I love it so much.
Well. Yeah.
And I think that it should be mandatory viewing for all humans.
Interesting.
I do.
Oh,
look, he's from Sex and the City.
Who?
The guy with the glasses, the nerd in front.
Was he the nerd that the more conservative one dated?
I don't know. Oh! Yes.
Yes?
In Sex and the City, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not in this movie. Yeah.
I don't know if he has any other bits in this. He might have something later where he asks a question or something. But he doesn't have like a part in this movie.
No, he's just a student. Like, you would only see him credited as
he plays
student.
Skipper.
Skippy. Skipper.
Well, not in this, in Sex and the City. But yeah, Mimi Rogers, I know for a fact she's like famous and stuff, but I couldn't tell you any other movie she's ever been in except for this one.
No, same. And she holds herself like someone who is more famous than,
I love
people. But she is also kind of like
eats junk food in movies. And the first time you see her in this movie, she's eating a snowball. That is what that's called, right? A snowball?
Probably.
Which Jodie Foster's character was obsessed with in the movie Backtrack.
I've not seen that.
It was pretty good. She played a weird artist. Marvin Hamlish, he does a lot of music for Barbara. I believe he did...
the love theme?
Well,
for this movie?
she wrote the love theme.
Right.
But I'm sure they collaborated for
yes.
it. Yeah. Oh, look at this guy getting ready.
I don't know why you wouldn't think that Mimi Rogers wasn't a big actress. She was obviously in Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
Yeah, but who was she in there? Oh, Mimi Rogers, Lost in Space. I just pictured her.
Don't you remember her role in Dumb and Dumber?
No.
Me neither. Monkey Trouble, Hope Springs, For a Good Time Call, The Doors.
No.
The Devil's Arithmetic.
Oh, that sounds just brilliant.
Yeah. I'll weep away for now.
Oh my gosh.
Cruel Intentions 2.
Oh, okay, you can stop.
No, I'm not. I'm just getting started.
This poor woman. The biggest accomplishment she ever had was being in a Barbra Streisand film.
Oh, no. I kind of like that chevron fur coat. With
Is
the two
it
different
real?
colors. I hope not.
Now, that woman's famous. She's like a model.
Who?
The one that just walked up the stairs. I can't
What?
remember which model, though. Like, in real life.
Right. No, I understand that.
It'll come to me.
Also, how handsome all these ladies find Jeff Bridges. Like the whole movie, I was just like, I don't get it.
What do you mean?
Like how like all these women, these like young pretty women are like waving at him and like
they
trying to
think
get to know him. Yeah.
Kind of like Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones. He kind of has that same kind of all the girls want to fuck him in the class.
Yeah, but then you're like, but why?
I mean, I would. I mean, he's handsome.
Like, sure, he's
And
handsome, but I don't think he's
I also think
hot. You know what I mean?
Not,
like, I don't think it's
hot.
enough for like so many women to be coming onto him while he's giving speeches.
See, that's the girl. She's a famous model. Maybe
Oh, she's the one wearing that?
Christy Brinkley, maybe, or
Sure.
Christy Turlington. I don't know.
Brinkley sounds right.
Brinkley sounds good.
But I'm also going to tell you, I 100% do not know.
No, I don't either.
Excellent.
But she's definitely somebody. I love how he just gets so messed up because he sees a hot lady.
Well, yeah.
And he...
But it's not, it doesn't seem to be just hot ladies. It seems to be hot ladies that are also interested in him. You know what I mean? Like, homegirl's like biting her lip at him.
Yeah.
He like can't.
I don't know anything. He's so adorable. I think that's the quality of Jeff Bridges that I like. Is that he's adorable. Like his personality.
Right.
Okay, something is wrong with my remote.
Yeah, something else is wrong.
What?
No subtitles.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Oh, my God. Spanish, Korean.
No, thank you.
Oh, my God. There's only Spanish and Korean. Did you hear me?
No, I did not. I was reading about the supermodel. Who she's Australian. And
I was completely
Sports Illustrated.
wrong. Completely wrong.
Her nickname is The Body.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder he's crazy.
He's got the body biting her lip at him.
I can't turn it up with my remote.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there we go. A little bit. Oh, my
Okay.
God. I have to press it so hard. Oh, my God. Now it's too loud. Oh, my God. Something's happening. Is that too loud?
No.
The audience loves us right now.
Yeah.
We're a mess. Look at all the presidents in that room. Did you notice that?
I like it.
There's
I like
George
that they look
Washington.
like half painted.
Well, no. Oh, I got a fun fact about that, and
Let's
it's just
hear
so random. So, because I love art. That's a painting by
What?
George. It's a painting by George Surratt of, I think it's George Surratt of
Better be right.
George Washington. Mm-hmm. I know, historian, please calm down. It's not Prince Philip, I swear. Anyway, so George Surratt, he did these paintings of George. They're very famous, and they're unfinished. And the reason they're unfinished is because if he finished them, they would be property of the United States of America. So he left them unfinished so that he could use them as templates for further paintings of George Washington. So he didn't have to have George Washington pose because he's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
He didn't have time to sit there and pose.
I mean, who does?
If you ever see a lot of the paintings that he did of George Washington, he's in that exact same pose because he is the same painting over and over and over. I saw them at the Boston Museum of Fine Arts, the originals.
Right.
And it's also the template for the dollar bill picture.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I definitely recognized it.
Yeah. You know, the thing that bothers me, though, when I saw them in real life, they were oval. But every time I see them reproduced anywhere, they're rectangle. It's always bothered me. I'm like, why are they two different things?
Because it's easier to find rectangle frames, perhaps.
True.
For
reproductions.
Gotta sell to the market.
Ugh, bitches. But
frames are expensive.
By the way, Martha also had a portrait that was unfinished, just for the record.
Oh.
She's just as important as George. Just because she was the first lady. Okay. So Barbara canceled on her date.
Yeah. She seems to have never gone on a date with this date.
Oh, yeah, she keeps canceling. I don't think she's actually ever... Look, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she's just there and now she's gone.
It was so brief. It was a Calvin Klein commercial.
Oh, yeah.
For the audience. She's not actually in this film. So, basically what's going on, just in case, I mean, because...
Are you giving the plot of the movie?
Kind of.
Yeah, go for it.
Should we?
Well, absolutely.
Because it's important to me. Because this is why I think people should watch this. I love this so much. Felicia.
Right now, Jeff Bridges is watching late night television and
he's
seeing a lot of sexual things on the screens. Like bugs having sex, but then he also saw an advertisement for a sex hotline, which
now he is calling. Because he wants to know.
Because he's got some questions.
He's got questions. But she's asking what he's wearing. He's like, nothing special.
She's like, don't you want to know how big my tits are?
I love this woman. Love this woman. Because she's a housewife. She's in her kitchen.
Yeah.
She's doing a string game with her hands while she's on the phone. And drinking a Pepsi. Product placement.
Oh, absolutely.
I wonder if Barbara actually got money from Pepsi for this. Do you think?
She had to. It's face out. Well, you can tell because the can is silver.
Oh, don't you want to know how big my tits are?
Yeah. And he's like, no.
He's like, no. Now, this is before apps. Like Tinder and dating apps and stuff.
Yeah, where you called hotlines and put out a
thing
in the personals.
She's basically, he's asking
how he finds a woman.
Yeah, she makes the suggestion, why don't you take out your own ad?
Yeah.
To find a woman that he would be compatible with to date. Because he's tired of dating... What was it? Like...
He's tired of dating pretty people.
Yeah. I'm so sorry that your pretty people are flying all over you.
Yeah, because he doesn't have anything in common with them. And then he's like,
that's true.
Mess.
He's just, it's just all sex.
So the movie is about a mathematician, Jeff Bridges, who is too much of an intellectual, and he just keeps shoving his head up his own butt.
Yeah.
In a matter for...
Now, we should... I want to...
Go ahead.
Before we... No, keep going.
Yeah, so he wants to have a relationship with a person. Yeah, he comes up with this idea of having a relationship with a person that is not dependent on appearance or sex.
Yes.
And so as we've seen in this portion of the movie where he calls the sex hotline and the woman's like, why don't you take an ad yourself? Because he talks about the over-sexualization of...
She was very confused why he didn't want to know about her tits.
Yeah. And wouldn't you though? Would you be like, do you just want to have a conversation?
Honestly though, if I was getting paid, who cares? If you want to talk about PhDs,
talk about whatever you want.
Go ahead, talk about math.
Yeah, I know there are some limits when you call a sex line. But,
true. Yeah. Well, sometimes I guess. Well, now with webcams and stuff, it's a little different.
I don't know how. I know commercially in the 90s.
In the 90s, yeah. And of course, there's nothing. Usually it was housewives and just normal people.
Yeah.
They just have great voices. I was always told I should be a sex phone operator.
Me too.
With my womanly voice.
ASMR.
not for the man.
No.
I would be a woman.
Well, yeah, no, I totally.
Don't you want to know the size of my tits? Ooh, my vagina.
I met a woman who did this, and she said that they mostly have a script of what their person looks like.
Oh, really? Oh, so you have to describe I have a 36-inch waist.
Yeah, so you don't have to come up with it off the top of your head or whatever, because people would call for different types of
types,
people.
yeah.
And so if you had like, I guess if you had
God,
like a
so-
Russian character in your repertoire, you could,
Oh my!
like,
Can you
like pull
imagine?
something out,
Don't you want to know? I don't know how to do a Russian
Yeah.
accent. I was gonna do it, but I didn't.
Yeah, and this homegirl told me that the only stuff they weren't allowed to talk about was basically like child stuff or
Oh, yeah, that's creepy.
or like I think it was butt stuff. And I was like, that's weird. But
Well, this was the 90s.
yeah, it
Or
was like, and
maybe,
it was like
when
a
was-
company. It wasn't just like a person.
Was it in the 90s that this person did this, or was it?
It was in the it was probably like 2008,
Oh,
2009.
really?
Yeah.
And no butts?
No butts, dude.
That's weird.
We've come a long way.
Asian culture, like, butts is a big deal.
Well, I think in Asian culture,
Like, they can show
a
them
lot
on
of
TV and stuff like that, but they can't show other... Or no, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe they can't show butts. Oh, I can't remember. Well, it's something weird.
But yeah, so
Anyway,
Jeff
so
Bridges
he's
takes
taking
out an ad.
Yeah. And I paused it so we could read the ad for the audience.
Yeah.
So it
go
says
for
Columbia University professor, male, in parentheses, seeks woman interested in common goals and companionship, must have a PhD and be over 35.
Yeah.
Physical appearance not important.
It's bold and
And
italicized.
he's bold, italicized not, and he's going to underline it and be done with his ad.
Yeah. And he's going to feel super good about himself.
Oh, with an exclamation point.
Yes.
Now we're at Barbara Streisand's sister's wedding, which is Mimi Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
And Barbara is in the most ridiculous bridesmaid's dress, which
She's
her
also
sister
amazing.
probably did on purpose.
Well, yes.
She looks like a... What did she just say?
I
look like
I would know,
Hold on.
John. If we had
I know. There's no subtitles. It's only Spanish and, like, some other language. Look, I'll show you.
Give it to me.
Look. Spanish, Korean, off.
I am so
Look,
disappointed
you know what?
in
Me
you,
too.
TriStar.
Yeah, seriously. How rude is that shit?
TriStar in Colombia.
She says I look like an over-the-hill Barbie doll or something like that. And it's really funny.
And she was like, like she wanted something more flattering, and she said black wasn't an option.
And then, of course, Lauren Bacall is their mother, and she is gorgeous in this film.
Yeah. And she's also dressed in sequins at her daughter's wedding.
She's not the opening act. And she's got this gigantic purple cape. It's gorgeous.
Lauren Bacall was nominated like everywhere for her role as Best Supporting Actress in this film.
Oh, yeah, in this one, yeah.
Yeah, she did win she won the Golden Globes Best Supporting.
Oh, did she?
And
Okay.
SAG.
Okay.
And then I think she was the only person who won anything.
Barbara
for-
didn't get anything for this. And Barbara
Yeah.
there's an attitude about Barbara as a filmmaker in Hollywood.
Why?
Because she's a woman. And probably other things, but I'm serious. But
Well,
like,
yeah.
and she, after she did this film, she actually talked about the fact that she might not do another film because she was so disappointed that nobody
supported her.
supported it, and she was kind of pissed about it.
I thought it was directed just fine.
I think,
I think there's
seriously,
blips in editing, but I think that's the editor, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think she did a bad job directing. I mean, look, she got these performances out of these people.
Yeah.
She got the best out of this amazing script, which this was adapted from a French
screenplay.
film?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have never
I've-
actually seen the original. But the original sounded weird. I've read the synopsis and I was like, well, that sounds a lot different. Like, I think she got cosmetic surgery, like she got for the makeover part.
I was already disappointed, like, later on in the film when Barbara Streisand starts, like, losing weight and such. And I'm like, girl, you could just be you. Don't worry about
Honestly,
it.
I have to say, yes, I love the montage where she makes over. Like, I love it because it's fun. It's a good song.
Yeah,
I
and
just wanna
she's
do
just,
it.
like, getting physical.
But I thought ever since this film came out, I always thought she looked so much prettier at the beginning of this movie.
Same.
Amazingly gorgeous.
I
And then
agree.
like when she gets made over, she gets her typical Barbara look. Like the look that she had throughout the 90s and up to now, I think. She still has
The
the same
blonde
look.
hair and the dolled up
blonde,
face. Yeah.
Flat ironed hair.
Yes.
Very specific hairstyle cut kind of thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the Barbara thing.
Yeah.
Like most people, when you picture Barbara Streisand, you probably picture that look
Yes.
of Barbara Streisand. And I think she looks way prettier here. Like, I think she's so that hair and just everything. I just love it.
Love that she's eating throughout the movie. Unlike
some people I know, like Cher. Snap out of it. No, Barbara does, and the way she eats is very specific too.
She's ramming it into her mouth. Oh wait,
no.
I was thinking about the snowball.
The snowball.
You were talking about how she has the perfect bite.
She has the perfect bite.
Yeah. Rotates her place counterclockwise.
I just love it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every single detail of this movie is just so perfect, including this. She's having this little moment where she's talking about what she wants. See, I wish we did have subtitles because I don't remember what she says.
Oh,
I know that I have quoted on social
someone's
medias.
changed.
I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
I actually have quoted that on my social medias before. What she says right there.
I
don't know what she said, but it was good.
You know what we never talk about, and I can't believe we never talk about it because I absolutely love it for each of the films. I love taglines because they are so silly.
Oh, does this have
silly.
one?
Yeah, of course it does.
Oh, did you write it down?
They all have one. Of course I did. It is, there are two things a woman knows. What she's looking for and what she'll settle for.
Oh, that makes me want to cry. That's actually really sad.
Well, yeah, it's also kind of really sad in the movie how she keeps asking her mom if she's pretty or
God,
whatever.
It kills me.
Yeah. And she doesn't feel like... And homeboy here is asking for an unattractive person. We also didn't quite finish the synopsis.
So... Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we can kind of go as we go.
Sure,
I think, with
that's
the synopsis,
fine, too.
But it's very important. So now he's getting all the answers to the ads. He's going through them all.
The applicants.
He sees Barbara's picture. Professor of Literature, Columbia University, is written on the back.
Mm-hmm. And it's a very, like, brown and black photo.
Yeah, it's her in a beret, like, with a cloak.
Yeah, and large glasses.
Big glasses. She looks like a professor.
Very clearly like a professor of, like, philosophy or art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she looks like.
Yeah.
Or maybe a... No, that's
yeah.
Right. I was going to say an art teacher, but no, an art teacher would probably have something... A smock.
Like classic, like, historical art. Renaissance.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So now what you're finding out is that Mimi... Well, not Mimi. What is her sister's name? Claire. She placed the ad for her sister because her sister would never do it.
Mm-hmm.
And she, of course, asks, like, did you get the picture?
Yeah, and you, like, saw her, right?
You saw it, right? And he's like, yeah, so? And she's like, okay. And it pisses me off because, again, Barbara is not unattractive.
No.
Not at all.
Just
so
other
it's
people
so
put
frustrating.
The woman down.
They do.
So
well, I do think that in general, like, if you're going to talk to somebody other than us...
Why would I do that?
A lot of people... Yeah, I wouldn't either. A lot of people would probably say that Barbara Streisand possibly may not be attractive. There are people that think that.
People are ridiculous.
Well, I know that.
And have, like, a very special sense of self-loathing.
Yes. I do not agree with them, obviously.
Well, of course you don't.
No, not at all.
No.
I've also posted this scene on my social medias before.
The scene where Barbara talks about love in pop culture?
Yes. She's talking about the different archetypes of woman in the different fairy tales.
Yes.
So you've got the whore, the Madonna, and the third, which is her.
The third is her. The third is
always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Like the maid.
The
maid.
The something like that.
The old maid or something.
The cat lady.
Yeah, essentially. And here's also where you see the difference between Barbara's classroom, Rose's classroom.
Yes.
And I don't remember Jeff Bridges' name.
I don't either.
Well, Jeff's classroom is very... he's got students that are yawning. People leave halfway through. He's not holding anybody's attention. And in Rose's classroom, it's
massive.
It's massive and it's too full. There are people sitting on steps. Everyone's engaging. Everyone's laughing, and people are answering questions, and like they're having a good time. And Barb is walking around the classroom, whereas Jeff Bridges always has his back to them because he's writing on the
Yes, 'cause
chalkboard.
on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
Now, he has walked into this lecture, so he's hearing all this. And
Her opinions on love.
Her opinions on love, which is fascinating for him because what she's saying is matching what he thinks
Yes,
about
reinforcing.
love. Yes. But the problem is going to be that
He
he
leaves
leaves
early.
the class early, so he doesn't get to the end.
Yeah. So Barbara's basically describing that love is put on us, like the way the music swells in movies. You know, how all the happily ever afters only end at marriage. They never go beyond that.
Yeah, she talks about, like, at one point she says, like, they don't talk about Cinderella's obsessive need to clean the castle. So it's
Yeah.
oh, God, I just... See, this is what I'm talking about. I love every single minute of this film. It's so
good.
perfectly written. So now she's talking about the lovers on screen kiss.
Yeah, we buy it.
We buy it.
My date takes me home and kisses me goodnight. If I don't hear the philharmonic in my head, I dump him.
I don't know if the audience heard that, but
Yeah, probably not.
you got to watch this film, people. That's
Yeah, it's pretty all right. By the way, Barbara here and Barbara there on that Yentl vinyl looks almost exactly the same.
oh yeah, she's aged well.
How long is this apart? How far apart
Oh
between
God.
Yentl and...
Well, Yentl was what, 80,
Tell me.
81, maybe 82. I'm guessing.
You're guessing. I don't know the answer to that. Except I do, it's 83.
Oh, look at me! I was close. I was close.
You were close.
The year before
I
Purple
wonder
Rain.
if there's an award for being close.
Not for Barbara. Oh,
I've also never seen Yentl.
I almost picked Yentl.
That's a fun
I almost
fact.
switched it.
I'm actually, like, when I came in, when you put up the vinyl, I was like, surprised you didn't pick that one.
I almost did. I almost switched, but I was like, I've been talking about watching this one way too much.
Yeah.
And we had, well, I mean, I was going to get a Barbara in there somehow, but because we got to have all my gay icon women.
Yes.
So now she's asking the class, like, why do we... Should we...
Why do we still pursue love?
Yeah, why do we still do it?
Yeah.
And they're all giving these philosophical answers because they're smart kids in her class. And
Yeah.
then she says, because it fucking feels good.
Yes.
And that's what Jeff Bridges missed.
Yes.
Was the end of it where she explains why she still
Why you
wants
still
to
do
be
it?
in love.
Yeah.
Now she's having one of her perfect bites with her mom.
And her mom, of course, is judging her as though it's the
Judgy,
first time
judgy,
she's seen it.
judgy. Ugh. Oh, Lauren Bacall. I do love her.
You would.
I do. Look at that picture of her in the background.
Yeah, that's her. I'm pretty sure that's a headshot.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
That photo, because that's the picture I see everywhere, and I love that that's the picture that's like on her mantle in the dining area. It's of her. You don't see pictures of Rose or Claire anywhere.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now I also have to say, like, with the dynamic of this is part of why this is so good to me. The fact that the mom was an aged beauty. Like, she used to be gorgeous when she was younger. She's still gorgeous,
Yes.
technically. But she's aged. She's older. And Claire is very, very attractive, too. And conventionally attractive,
Yes.
I guess you would say. But Barbara's kind of in this story, she's like the frumpy one. She's not
Yeah.
made up. She's not... And she actually does, now that I notice it, like, she isn't... Like, her makeup isn't, like...
They
You know what I
comment on her makeup a lot. Like when she was dressed as the bridesmaid, her sister asked if she put on makeup, or told her she should put on makeup, and she was like, "I am wearing makeup." Yeah. 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 It comes up a couple times in the beginning of the movie. She's talking about her eyeshadow right now. She's telling her she should make up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then during her makeover scene, she like puts on makeup.
Yes.
And Jeff Bridges is like, "What are you doing?"
What do you have on your face?
Yeah. This is the woman I married.
Oh,
He's
spoiler.
Oh.
They
My
get
bad.
married.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the whole. See, I feel like I'm going to lose it because
Let's hear it.
what we're talking about with this plot and the idea of this and why I think everybody should watch it is it's because I don't know. I can't think of it at the moment.
Oh.
Every time I watch it, though, I'm like, I get to the end and I'm like, everybody should watch this movie. I think it's because that whole
You're beautiful
idea that
as you are
beautiful. Like, I think it's everybody is, and
Well, yeah.
you don't have to. Like, I mean, obviously, because the point where she does do the makeover.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it is her. Like, it's kind of like me. I get frustrated because I'm like, well, you know, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this, I'm not that. And then I want to have a montage. Like, where
Just makes things so quick
then
and
it would
snappy.
just make things so quick and easy, and then I'd be done at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, I'm hot. But that's not exactly what happens. In real life, anyway. But it's just because everybody, like, the quality of person that she is as a human in this film is spectacular.
Yes.
Like, the fact that she has her perfect bite, her quirky little thing. She likes to have snowballs all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's just, she's so...
Well, I think she's hiding those snowballs.
Well,
I think
she don't
those
want
are a
people to
guilty
know.
pleasure of
Those are
hers.
a guilty
But that
pleasure.
it's still cute. It's still
It's
like
adorable.
an adorable thing.
There's in the movie Guilt Trip that she does. With, she's in with Seth Rogen.
Yes.
She eats peanut M&Ms in bed, and I just freaking love that. Love it. So anyway, so now the Jeff Bridges is calling her to try to make a date with her, and she's having problems with remotes. She has way too many remotes.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, this is before Universal remotes.
Yeah, so she can't turn it off. She's turning up the volume. She's changing the channel.
I mean, and
having a difficult time talking to this guy who wants to
very
ask
difficult.
her out.
Yeah. It was chaos. And now the mom's going to pick up the line.
Oh, remember that?
Oh, I know.
Landlines.
Oh, no, she comes in the room.
No, not you.
Professor Larkin. Now, was he working out because he had like a tiny
Oh,
bit of
that's right.
sweat
It's
on his
Gregory
face?
Larkin, isn't
Gregory
it?
Larkin, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yes. Say again about his... Did you say his smile?
No, he was like, had like a bead of sweat on the side of his face.
He was
at the end of
working
that
out
scene.
before he called her.
Which is dumb, because if you were working out right before that, you wouldn't have one bead of sweat on the side of your face. Although he's pretty
They
fit.
just want you to know that he maintains his appearance.
His physical...
through...
Oh, I never thought about that.
Well, that's what I thought it was, because it shows the dynamic between the two of them when they live together.
Yeah, because he
like,
does sit-ups.
He'll do sit-ups,
Yeah.
yeah, and then she just kind of like sits and watches TV while she's holding his feet.
Yes.
So I thought that was always to show the contrast between the two characters, to kind of like emphasize to the audience that like even if you don't think Jeff Bridges is hot, he's like hot in this movie.
Well, not only that, but he's also, it's kind of interesting that he would maintain a physical appearance of some sort because he feels like it's not necessary for his preferred relationship dynamic.
Yeah, why wouldn't he just get frumpy and then find people
like,
who like him
gain
for
some
him?
fucking weight, eat some snowballs.
Yeah,
You know?
come on, man.
Like, and of course now she's putting on some lip gloss.
He's too analytical, I think.
Yeah, but see, that's the other thing. Like, fuck him for being hot.
Yeah.
Seriously, every time I see like a nerdy man like that, and he's like hot and I'm with muscles and like abs, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm a nerd too.
People,
How did you get that
people
metabolism?
John, I don't know if you heard the message you delivered like a moment ago, but you're still beautiful.
I know I'm still beautiful, but I still want abs. Maybe that's what he thinks.
Maybe.
So I shouldn't abuse him for it.
Yeah, what are you doing shaming Jeff
I'm
Bridges
shaming
like that?
him terribly. My nose is
Don't
red.
worry. You'll see him again later in Dumb and Dumber.
Is he in Dumb and Dumber?
No, Big Lebowski. I was
Oh,
thinking of...
yeah.
I
Now,
was
Big
thinking of
Lebowski.
the other
he's
guy.
hot in that movie.
Jeff Daniels was in Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah. No, this is fun, too. So she's hailing a cab in New York City at her street.
Yeah.
And this cab is going to stop and pick her up, but then immediately books it and does a U-turn to pick up the hot lady on the other side of the street.
Honestly, though, the hot lady...
She looks like a hooker.
Like, and I put hot in, like, quotes. She just really looks like a prostitute.
A sex worker, dear.
You're
and
right.
no shame on her doing her job.
No.
But at the same time, like, it just shows, like...
The
and of-
sexualization?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is what Barbara's going for in this here. Now,
Well,
she
that's
gets
what,
into
like,
this
what
cab. Look at that fucking cab, man. She
She
gets
just
in this
fishtails
cab,
it.
and the cab is, like, insane and has no windows.
And she's on her way to her first
Her
date.
first date with Jeff Bridges. And
Yeah.
her hair. She had a hairpiece.
Yeah, she was like,
And it's
"Oh,
falling out."
don't move until I pull up the windows." And he's like, "They're broken. Take it with the cab company." Which I love seeing that type of customer service.
Oh, God, I love it.
Hate having it.
Oh, yeah,
but,
I hate having it, but it's a fun thing to see.
Yeah. And they're just like, "It's not my fault. Take it up with the company. The windows don't work." Yeah, so her hair, she has like a clip in her hair that is hair extensions or additions or what have you.
You know,
yeah, and that's what's falling out.
Oh, yeah, it fell
Yeah.
out. And
Yeah, her hair is a mess. And so she meets him an excuse.
And, of course, Jeff
herself.
Bridges, at this point, doesn't give a shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't think he cares. She didn't have to make herself up at all. But she doesn't know that, I don't think.
No, well, she didn't see the ad.
Well, that too, yeah. He didn't see that.
That becomes a problem later.
Well, kind of.
Only the unattractive part.
Well, but...
When he was talking about
Well,
the
yeah, I mean,
attraction.
when he... Yeah, okay. That's true. That's very
Yeah, John,
hurtful.
I watched this movie yesterday.
Yeah. No,
I
but
hadn't
I'm
seen it
I'm
before
saying,
that.
like, she does know about the ad, though.
Yes.
Like, because...
Halfway
who
through.
brings it up, though? The
he,
sister?
No, he brings it up. He tells her. He says, "Your sister wouldn't want me to tell you this." It was like when he was like proposing.
No, but she brings it up later as, like, a tactic against her. And she's like, I knew about the ad. Or whatever. Like, right? Somebody says that.
Jeff Bridges brings it up to her when he proposes, and then her mother tries to come at her.
Oh, is that who it is?
About
Yeah,
the
yeah.
situation, and she was like, he put out an ad or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, I know about the ad. Like,
I'm
don't
not-
worry about it."
Shut up.
Yeah. But it was also like immediately after, like he had told her.
Yeah.
And then the ad comes up again when she wants to have sex, and then he doesn't want to have
Oh, my
sex.
God.
And he was like, like I thought we knew, like, that it wasn't gonna come to this.
I do have
Yeah.
to say that line that she gives him later, and she's going to cut her food, he pays attention. See,
Yeah,
this
no,
is-
that's cute.
This is the
All
thing
right,
that
that's fine.
I fucking love this because for me, because I'm a very detailed person like this. I'm Barbara Streisand in this movie, by the way.
Oh, that's cute.
That's definitely me. So the fact that he pays attention to that is what makes me crazy.
I'm Barbara Streisand's best friend in this movie.
Oh, I
Just
love
eating
her.
ribs for breakfast. And burgers for lunch.
I saw her in something else, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's the girl from Arrested Faces." Oh. But
Go
yeah, what was I saying? Oh, but I just love that he pays attention because in my... And she appreciates it too when it happens. I love that, like, because my friend Wendy back in the day when I was, like, young and having bad
Hip.
luck with relationships.
Oh.
And we went to eat somewhere, I can't remember what it was, and she noticed something that I was doing with my food, and she stopped and she's like, I have to say, anybody that doesn't appreciate all the weird things that you do with your food, you should never be with. Like, you need
cute.
somebody that would pay attention to that and appreciate. I was like, oh, that makes me sad. Because nobody's going to ever appreciate any of this shit that I do. But I do weird things. Not just food, but that was just the example. But there's all kinds of things that are detail-oriented, odd things that I do that I just... nobody's ever going to notice, but...
Well, I also do weird stuff I guess, that I actually didn't notice myself until it was pointed out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cough when I eat cold things.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I always, when I sneeze, I always say something. Or maybe it's when I cough.
Is it that Chewy?
No,
He is such a nerd.
darn it, I can't remember.
Love it.
He's such a nerd.
Yeah.
I love her face here when when he's like doing that thing. And
Yeah.
she's like, whoa.
No. Jeff Bridges has a little
A gadget to like read the
music, and again, this is 1996, so they're at like a symphony, and he has a device that like gives a visual movement of the notes in the song. And he's like super pumped. He's not even watching the orchestra. He's like watching.
He's
his
there
device.
for like scientific.
Yeah. He's like,
there's that face. He's there for like scientific analysis of the music instead of being there to enjoy the music.
Yeah. And
of
Babs
course,
is just
Barbara's
like,
oh, wasn't the music great? And he's like, oh, yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Now he's asking her up to what? Listen to more. Was it listen to more music?
Yeah, listen to music in his apartment. Well, he asked her to his apartment for a drink, and then he told her that they could listen to more music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's also in his apartment.
Yeah.
Greg, look, I have to be honest with you. I'm a little out of practice at this.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
she thinks there's going to be sex, but ma'am, there's not.
Yeah, not at all what he's
He
interested
is
in.
not interested in the sex.
He just wants companionship.
Oh, he just said it. Oh.
And she's just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
What? But see, this see, again, this is me. This is 100% me. If I encountered Jeff Bridges and there was all this interest in me, and then there was like, oh, by the way, I don't want to have sex, I'd be like, well, okay. It's just one more thing I'll deal with.
Aw.
I would, though. But at the same time, I'm also her later when she's like, well, I kind of want to have sex.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I was just trying to be nice.
I was just like, going along with
Yeah.
the flow. But now we're married
Yeah.
and let's have some sex.
Yeah.
But I was going to say something. I
You
forgot.
were going to say something.
I totally
I
was.
heard it, and I am anxiously waiting.
Oh, dear. That's a lot of pressure. Oh, I love the way she asks for it.
And she
She's
gives him like a
would-
heads up.
would-
She like
would
goes to leave for
telling you
work.
now that I want to have sex later be enough of a warning for you?
Well, he told her that, maybe I could provide that if you give me a heads up.
And he's like, oh.
And he's like, yeah.
Spit take.
That's gonna be fun. It'll be fun.
We also,
Go ahead.
So, no, I'm just technical podcasting. I was looking for a breaking point.
Oh, did you map it out already?
I did not know.
Because it's a 2 hour and 2 minute film.
So I'm assuming 2 hours or 1 hour would be fine.
Yeah, no, 2 hours would be.
2 hours would be the whole film.
Yeah. Well,
I did think this was, I in my head, I was like, I bet this movie's 2 hours.
is that what it was?
It was, yeah.
Nice. I think it's the longest movie we've watched so far.
Is it really? Oh, well, I was thinking about that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Pretty sure we had maybe Terminator may have been the next longest.
Yeah, Terminator
But
was pretty long.
Cinderella was like 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? Chicago was probably like $1.45.
Yeah. I mean, most movies
Cloverfield, yeah.
are technically around that point.
90 minutes? Well, up until like, I'm going to guess like 2014 is when they started to get like closer and closer to 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Well,
When
I
they
remember
started like a blockbuster.
Star Wars, they were always exactly 2 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What a fun fact.
I mean, give or take a few, whatever, but you know what I mean? Like when I would watch them, they were always like 2 hours. So I knew I could watch all 3 of the originals in 6 hours.
Do you know about the ice cream man in Star Wars?
No.
Have you heard about this? Do you know about this? You've heard about this?
I have not heard about this.
So there's this dude in, I want to say it's Revenge of the Sith, where he's like running out, like he's just like an extra like dude in the background running out of the ship or whatever, and he has under his arm, and I love this in movies where you spot stuff that's like supposed to be like sci-fi or whatever, but it's just like a calculator like taped to their wrists instead of like but yeah, he's running out with an ice cream maker, like a Hamilton Beach ice cream maker.
Really?
Yeah, it just doesn't have like the brand name on it.
He had to go all the way to Earth to get it.
yeah, it's something that's very near and dear with him.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, in the Star Wars universe, the pod from 2001: A Space Odyssey is in the junkyard of one of the scenes.
Oh, what a fun fact!
So technically, we all connect. So he could have gone to Earth.
And he had to take it with him. Yeah,
had to get it because he's like, I went all the way to Earth for this thing. I'm taking it with me.
Yeah, I saw there was a what was his name? It's like Wildrow Hood, I think is the guy's name. I could be wildly incorrect, but I know that they did a run called the Hood Run where people like wore like the orange jumpsuit, like those was it the Rebels that wore that? Yeah. And they would they were carrying like these ice cream makers and doing a run around a convention.
I want an ice cream maker so bad, but I know that would be dangerous because I would eat ice cream nonstop.
Well, you just put weights in it and just jog with it, and I think.
Oh, after I'm done making the ice cream?
Oh, yeah, that too. Or jog with it with the ice cream in it.
Well, I'm eating it.
Yeah.
I'm getting my exercise.
There's a new ice cream man in town.
It's called Speed Ice. A creamy delight.
Don't run around with your ice cream in your little short shorts telling people that it's a creamy delight.
Yeah, that would be really
You're going to
gross.
Cause trouble.
I'm going to get arrosted
With
for
a capital T.
indecency.
Which rhymes with P, which stands for pool.
Okay.
It's from the Music Man.
Oh, I see. I've only seen that like maybe once.
And that didn't get stuck in your head like permanently?
No, but the Pick a Little Talk a Little did.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom used to do that when we were kids because she was in the Music Man in like high school.
And just like
she
kept
was one of the
reliving
hens,
it at home.
So she'd be like, pick a little talk a little, pick a little talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more. So even when we saw the Music Man, because they did like that made for TV one with Matthew Broderick, I think.
Yep.
And that's the one that we saw, and we watched it because my mom always did that.
Yeah.
And like, well, now I got to see the damn movie. So we watched, and that's the only time I've ever seen that, The Music Man. But I do love the quote from Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion.
What was it?
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming down the lane. I love the Music Man.
Romeo and Michelle's a good movie, though.
Oh, God, I love that movie. I have it on Blu-ray.
I do, too.
High definition.
HD DVD didn't work out, John. I think we went over this. Do you know
Oh,
why that is? Did we talk
but
about
it
this?
is
Have we
in high
talked about this?
definition. No, but do you know that I did not buy Blu-rays or high definition DVDs?
Because you didn't know who was going to
I did
succeed?
not know who was going to win, and I figured the two things that I wanted the most on Blu-ray were Criterion and Stanley Kubrick. And I figured whichever one those two goes to, I'm going with them. And they both selected Blu-ray right around the same time. When Criterion announced Blu-ray, I was like, that's it. That's the one.
Historically and unofficially, whichever the porn industry adopts is what succeeds. And so this is not a joke. Yeah, porn
Wow.
pick. They had it was filmed in John's Pass.
What is John's Pass?
It's Madeira Beach.
I don't know.
It's less than an hour from where we sit right now in traffic, John.
They filmed it in traffic?
No, they filmed it on a pirate ship. It was called Pirates.
Oh my God, I've heard of this.
Yeah, they filmed it
Have you told me
on like
about
our
this?
famous pirate ship down yonder.
Like the
maybe.
The one that I just walked past yesterday?
Probably. It's probably
that's
that one.
nasty. Probably
Like people
sperm
like rent it
everywhere.
out or whatever, but they also do like big touristy stuff on it. But yeah, there was
Slipping on some sperm?
yeah, they recorded it was called Pirates. It was a pornographic feature filmed in high definition. So it was the first one in high definition. They put it on Blu-ray. And so buy HD DVD
Oh.
But yeah, like, so
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's also it's the same for like sound qualities and like things like that. Like people will like, battle it out, and then porn will be like, I think we're gonna pick this one, and then people are like, all right, well, if porn did it, because people won't, because it's like unofficially a thing. Like people will like purchase out those, like get Blu-ray players and such, and like not tell people it's because of their sinful nature.
Well, I mean,
but yeah, so but porn has like a huge impact on the industry
That's so
that
interesting.
nobody ever talks about. So
That's
I always thought it
interesting.
was like an interesting fact.
well, they should probably make a spoof of this and put it on high definition so they can finally put Mirror Has Two Faces on Blu-ray.
I'm telling you, the Mirror Has Faces. They backed the wrong pony.
The Mirror Has Two Feces?
Oh, gross!
I'm trying to think of a
I will
porn
not
title.
purchase that.
Well, no, I'm not going to purchase that. I just hope that it'll... Well, the porn industry did it. Let's put this on Blu-ray.
I don't think of a fun name. Like the Mirror Has Two.
Mirror Has Two...
Penises is like too
It's
much.
It's too basic.
Well, that's also too. I don't know.
If RuPaul did it, would be The Mirror Has Two Feces.
Gross. I'm still grossed out.
Well, no, I mean, I don't want to watch that, but
I'm just like, I'm upset that it exists now, John.
The Mirror Has Two... I don't know. Well, now, okay, so what's going on now? They had a montage of them having a good time. Rose and the professor.
Gregory Larkin.
Gregory Larkin. Mm-hmm. And now she's having lunch with her sister. And her sister's complaining about Pierce Brosnan, her husband, because like, oh my God, this husband is all over me. Well, by the way, we didn't talk about at the wedding, she was already making out with like some waiter dude or something.
Who, Claire?
Yeah, Claire, the
I missed that.
sister. She was making out with some waiter person, right after she got married.
And then she married Pierce Brosnan, who apparently Rose has a thing
yes.
for.
Well, they dated. And then Claire took him from her.
Yeah. Did they date? I thought she
Yes.
just was like,
No,
had a
she
crush on
dated
him because he was like, I didn't know that you were
No,
like.
they did. Yeah. They
Okay.
did.
Well then, yes. And Claire is like upset because he is invading like all of her privacy. And she says some things and I'm like, oh, what? In the 90s? Like a moment ago, she was telling her that, she woke up from her lesbian orgy dream and he was staring at her. And she was like, what? I have to include you too now? I think she was like mad that he like ruined that dream for her.
Oh, I love that.
And it was just like thrown off. And then she just carried on.
Aw. But now,
Go ahead.
he interrupted the lunch, Pierce Brosnan. So now
Yeah,
he's
well, he
sitting
did
there
show
with
up.
Rose.
And you know what? I felt it though too. Like she was like, he's everywhere. And then he shows up for lunch and he's like, I just thought we could get coffee. I'm like, Pierce Brosnan, get out.
God, Pierce.
Like you're
supposed
almost
to
in
be
her
fucking
business.
James Bond.
I'm like,
But
I wanted
now-
to think that she was being rude, but here you are.
But now he's making Barbara cry.
Well, he's like kissing her hand and stuff, and he's just like, oh, you're great because I never would have. Who would have thought I would have married your sister?
I have to say.
What do you have to say?
Barbara is a fantastic actress. She is so good.
Yeah, she's good.
Like that moment there. Like you could tell
Where she
the whole
teared up?
time.
Yeah,
like,
she was uncomfortable.
It was welling up and then it just, oh God, she's so good. She's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, now she reaches out to Gregory Larkin.
Her man.
Yeah.
About the
Her-
ex.
her good friend. They're just good friends, and
Oh,
she's
well.
like venting to him
Pally
about her.
pals. Non-sexual pally pals.
Yeah. They don't even hold hands, John.
No, they don't. Isn't that weird? Now, where is
I don't
Columbia
think it's
University?
that weird. New York.
Because I was about to say, I feel like I've been past that building several times.
I had a friend who went to Columbia.
Is it New York? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they teach, or she went
Of
for
course it's
interpreting.
New York because she lives in New York. I'm so stupid. I hailing a cab outside of her apartment. Hello? Yeah,
That's funny. I'm sorry, I just noticed you had a Whoopi Goldberg book.
Oh my God, that book is amazing. It's called Book.
I see that.
It's
With
so
Whoopi
good.
Goldberg book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The napkin.
Rose loves napkin folding. And he's just kind of like, yeah? She does? So,
That's
Gregory
creative.
Larkin is having dinner
with
for his birthday
mhm.
with Rose, and Rose's mother lives with her, or she lives with her mother, rather. So, her mother is present, and her mother is critiquing
Well, she's also
every
dressed to the
bit.
nines
Yeah.
in like a ridiculous outfit, trying to get attention from Rose's
Well,
boyfriend.
I think she just thinks they're hosting.
Well,
and so
she
she's
does
like,
want to
why-
be complimented, though.
Yeah,
And he's
well, of
not going
course.
to do it because he doesn't care.
Right. And so Rose is wearing a sweater.
Oh, yeah, she's very
she's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
She's picking up the bread with her hands instead of the utensils, and just like dishing it out. And so her mother is just kind of
like, why
trying
are
to
you being
save
so
face.
vulgar?
Yeah. And she was like, why didn't you get out like the good china or what have you?
Oh, well, it's just us. Like, who
Yeah.
cares?
And, like Rose is just like, ugh. Because I didn't think it
Yeah, I
mattered.
wouldn't have either.
Yeah.
See, I'm Rose.
Yeah.
Totally Rose.
Well, she
100%
also
Rose.
like is too much.
What, the mom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, honestly, my mom would never be like that. My mom would be like, don't you dare get that fucking china out. In fact,
Who is this guy?
who is this person?
The president?
My mom's china, her wedding china, we have never used it. It's never been used.
It's too valuable.
Always been in the cabinet.
There's no occasion special enough.
No, never. Not one.
You won't have
Isn't
one.
that
either.
weird? Never even. We've looked at it. It's in the cabinet. It's like it's very pretty. It's very nice. It's very my mom. My mom. It's definitely like you see it and you're like, oh, that's definitely the china my mom would have picked out.
Yeah.
It's very. I don't know how to explain that. It's not gaudy.
Okay.
It's not too much. It's just right. It's just right.
Goldilocks.
Yeah, Goldilocks china.
Goldilocks china.
It's actually
Very
Lennox
nice.
china. By the way.
I like that he's wearing a checkerboard shirt with a brown checkerboard tie. Or grid, rather. It's not checkerboard because there's an alternating colors. It's just like a grid shirt and a grid tie.
She's trying to distract because sex came up somehow.
Yeah, well, she didn't want him to talk about the relationship.
Yeah, like the dynamics of their relationship.
Yeah, which he's very open to say. It's,
Oh, yeah. I don't
it's
wanna
a
have sex
spectacular
with her.
thing. There's no sex. There's no sex.
And
because
I'm
I
not
don't wanna have
attracted at
sex
all.
with her.
She's not.
Yeah.
She's not my thing. She's not prying. Now I think it's funny that their kitchen door has like a little diamond shaped
Oh, like
window, like a restaurant.
It's also a swing door. So
It's a swing. Yeah,
Yeah,
also
it's like a barn door.
So it's definitely. I wonder if that's a common thing in like old brownstones or something to have like a door to their kitchen like that.
I think it's a thing in fancier homes for
Like if you have help
you would
or
have
something.
help. Yeah.
That makes sense. Probably to make sure nobody's coming out with a tray and you know what I mean, bumping into. You know what I mean.
So that they
when I
can
was
come
in
out,
New
but
York-
also that they can be segregated.
I never actually got to go to that statue, and it kind of pisses me off.
Oh well, you never will.
What? Oh my god, that's so mean. It's the Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland, bronze sculpture in Central Park. Oh, and she got him cufflinks with prime numbers.
Oh yeah, it's very cute.
It is cute. It also is one of those things. It's like this is a detail to me, but I'm assuming they're magnetic
Yeah, because they come out.
they come out
Yeah.
of the little casing. And to me, that always bothered me. I was like, oh, I'm gonna assume they're magnetic, but it's kind of
But they're
bothering me that I
definitely
don't
not
know.
because that metal's too thin.
Well, yeah, I guess that well, unless they, well, yeah. Oh, see, stop it!
saying.
Oh, I can't with this.
Maybe they clip in. Maybe the metal's taunt around the cubes.
Maybe, but I feel like he would lose them.
He's gonna.
He's going to lose them.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
gonna be lost. I mean, even
For
if they were
sure.
magnetic.
He better put it with his good china now.
Oh
Just
yeah,
let it-
don't
hold
touch
it for later.
Just
Yeah.
put it in the cabinet
Yeah.
and
This
don't.
is a special
with
gift
the
from our special
Hummels.
lady.
Don't don't even look at them. Don't even with the stamp collection. I'm naming all the things my mom's kept. Do you know my sister thinks she's getting that cabinet when my parents pass away?
Not the china, but the whole cabinet with like its contents.
Oh, well, fuck no for that.
Oh.
But fuck no for her getting that cabinet either. That's a mine, bitch. My mom even asked me.
Do you think she has a podcast of her own and she's talking on it right now? And she's
talking
like,
shit about
"Can
it."
you
She's like,
believe that my brother thinks he's gonna get that
thinks he's gonna
cabinet?"
get that cabinet? Probably not, but absolutely not. And my mom actually said something to me. She's like, "Do you know your sister thinks she's getting that?" And I was like, no, she's not." And my mom's like, "Yeah, no."
It's being buried with me.
My grandfather made it too, so it's like it's going to be given to
Her
somebody.
casket, yeah.
I wonder if she's going to be buried. I don't even know. I guess I should ask these things. I want to be cremated.
I was gonna say cremated, but the first thing in my that I was going to blurt out instead of cremated was burned alive. Maybe she'll get burned alive.
Let's make sure that they.
That's what that pause was.
No.
It was like, that's not right.
No, that's not correct. Oh, he's proposing marriage to her, by the way.
Yeah, but in
in a really weird way. Like the look on her face is like.
Is this what's really happening?
Are we getting it?
Like he's just talking about the relationship. He tells her about the ad. But he was like, we have something good going, and I just think we should just get married, and that maybe if you need sex at some point in time, you can give me with enough notice.
Does he say that here?
Yeah.
And the proposal?
Yeah. And he's like, and with enough notice, maybe I could provide that for you. With enough notice. He just kind of rams it home.
She's basically saying now, how can I say yes to somebody asking marriage if I've never even kissed this person?
Yeah.
So they're going to kiss.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any music either.
No, it's just kind of boom. And then there it is. It's done. And I like that detail though, how there was no music when they talk about music for first kisses.
Yeah.
And he brings up Claire, and she's like, "You slept with Claire.
You slept with her.
You're in love with her.
You're in love with her. You're gonna marry her.
Yeah.
What is going on?"
Yeah.
The look on her face too is fantastic.
Yeah.
By the way, she's gorgeous.
Well, yeah.
That close up of her. Oh, her eyes. Oh my God, she's so pretty.
Oh, blue-eyed babes.
Oh, babaloos.
Well, was that what people call them? Her babaloo eyes?
You babaloos. You babaloonies. I don't know. I don't think. Do people call her Babs? Well, no, they call her
absolutely
Babs,
call her Babs.
but Babaloon.
No.
What do I say?
You say Babaloo.
Babaloon.
Like Babaloo.
Oh, okay.
Babaloo, the Ricky Ricardo song.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard the Cuban Babaloo?
No.
Well, you're welcome, because that's basically it. It's a god. I want to say. I should probably know this better. Babaloo.
I think this might. Well, no, hold on. We'll get to the part where she goes to bed. But we're gonna do our intermission in just a few moments, folks. She's telling her mom now about the engagement. He doesn't want to have sex.
He just wants a companion, yeah. What does that even mean?
Oh. See, that right there, that line right there where she says, he wants me. Maybe not the way that, they want Claire or you or whatever, but he wants me. And
and that's what makes her feel special, is that she...
And that kills me because it's so degrading.
Well, yeah.
Well, and that too. She just says, they're not standing in line for me. Ugh. Oh. Oh, so good.
Oh, that's... She feels pathetic, and I don't like that.
I hate it.
Makes me feel sad. It makes me feel very, very sad because,
Do you see
Babs
though, where I'm going with everybody should have to see this movie?
Well, no, I get it. But, it doesn't make me feel any less sad.
Well, no. But I'm hoping that other
that
people will have
Babalu
emotions too.
eyes, you know, doesn't
Babaloonie.
feel wanted.
Oh, she says, attractive man wants me or wants to marry me. How
Yeah.
ridiculous. But you know what, Mom? He does. Oh,
Bye-bye.
that living room.
Beautiful, beautiful living room.
And this is where we will take our break, folks. So you'll have to join us next week to see how all of this comes to an end. And I bet you it's going to be a
Hopefully,
very
wow.
good ending.
Oh.
Anyway, so so you should subscribe to our
Review,
podcast, and you
rate
should
it.
rate it. And on the iTunes especially, it gives us, what do you call that? It boosts us in the ratings.
Oh, it gives us more visibility.
Yes, thank
Is that
you.
what you're trying to say?
More visibility.
Yeah, engage with us on social medias at One Foot Podcast, typically
Yes,
across the
yes,
board.
Yes.
Email us if you have complaints at onefootpodcast@gmail.com.
Such as me mentioning Prince Philip instead of Prince Charming.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
quite messed up.
You should write a little letter about it.
Yeah, maybe we'll correct it later.
Maybe we will. Probably not.
Yeah, we probably just live in our...
We're going to live in the world that we're human and we make mistakes.
Sure.
I try to edit some mistakes,
Yeah.
but I don't catch them all. So anyway, so join us next week for part 2 of The Mirror Has Two Faces with more Barbara Streisand, Lauren Bacall, and Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
And until then...
Bye.